Alright everyone, welcome to the 6th match of the Unofficial Warsaken tournament. And I will be deciding which leader pair Cubos and DrMist will be playing. And as always, they both have an option to veto this pair if they do not like it, and just say they want to reroll, in case which I will remove the pair from the wheel. And additionally, there is another chance to do so once the game starts and we roll who gets the leader advantage. And if neither of those options are taken, we will use the pair currently rolling. So starting randomizing now. Let's see what we get. Alright, it seems Lockwood Soft is a very popular pick and randomizer this weekend. Does either of you have any issues playing Lockwood versus Soft matchup?
Not yet.
Alright.
No, I don't either.
Alright. So, Cubos, since you are hosting the game, could you set the matchup? I will swap my screen to the lobby. And here we go. We should be back in the lobby. Alright, everyone in Discord seems to see my stream. And you already started the game, so I'm gonna join as a spectator. Just wait a bit at the start, I will set the camera angles. Though in case of this pair, based on the comments, we might see some interesting choices. Depending on who gets which leader.
Hey, Marker got me. Look.
Sparky, could you mute your microphone, please?
Yeah.
I'm hearing everything on your background. Actor Sparky, can you hear me? Could you mute your microphone? I do not have the power to mute you, and we are hearing your everything behind. Thank you. Alright.
Murdoch, sorry, I just have to step away for like 60 seconds while you set this up. I'll be right back.
Alright, so we will have about 60-second break. We still have time before the tournament starts, so no worries there.
Okay, I timed dinner perfectly so that I could shut the oven off at 5:59.
Alright. We still have about 1 minute before we start officially. We can do the rolls now if you want to.
Sure.
Okay. DrMist, are you here? Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, feel free to roll.
Yeah, go ahead for first roll, Mist.
So that's Mist with 6 and Cubos with 5. So, DrMist, do you want to have a leader advantage or turn advantage? This means if you pick a leader, Cubos gets to pick who starts or goes second, and if you pick who starts or goes second, Cubos gets to pick the leader. Which one do you want?
Oh, I'll definitely go leader.
Alright, then what leader do you want to pick?
I'll take Lockwood.
Alright. So Cubos on Lockwood and DrMist on... Oh, sorry. DrMist on Lockwood and Cubos on Zoff. Are both players fine with this matchup, or do you want to use any of your veto options here?
No, I'm fine with this.
Alright. So Cubos, you get to decide who goes first and who goes second. Who do you want to go
I'm going to take second
first?
turn on Zoff.
Alright, so I'm just going to write this. Mist on Lockwood. And Cubos on off. Just go second, is first. Alright. So shuffle your decks, please. And draw 8 cards. Now, as with the official Warsaken Mulligan rules, you both get 1 free redraw of your hands, and you can also draw after that once if you want, but your opponent gets 1 more card. They are not the draws. Are you fine with your hands, or do you want to do a redraw?
I'm gonna take a free mulligan.
Alright, take Cubos withdraws, and missed.
Yeah, no. I think I will do the same.
Alright, so both players are drawing their hand again. Alright, are you fine with your hands?
Yes.
I'm gonna actually take the 1 extra mulligan and give Mist 1 extra card in hand.
Alright, Mist, do you want to keep your hand, or do you want to draw again?
I'm gonna keep.
Okay, so Mist, draw 1 extra card. Since Cubos used his second mulligan, you get 1 bonus card. Alright, and that's it. There are no more redraws. Now could you both please fix the tokens? This setup doesn't have the leader timer set up right, so set first ability on 2 and the second ability on 5 on the dices. And please get as many tokens and dices as you need. And DrMist, Cubos decided that you are the first player. You can start when you want. Just do remember to remove the dice from the middle of the field, please. Either of you, thank you. Oh, and I will, at the start of the game, I will remind you about things that would be positive to you, in case you miss them. But as the game progresses, if you keep making the mistake of, let's say, not adding your intel, not taking your resources, I will stop reminding about that. But if there is a negative effect that you would skip, I will always remind about that. Just like the timers on buildings and stuff like that. I will also remind about certain mechanics as well that activate on impact. Yeah.
What have we done? We cannot run, people going berserk. Yeah, I have become death and the destroyer of worlds. Yeah, it has begun. Killing each other, guess we'll never learn. Yeah, I have become death and the Yeah, look how we hurting the planet. I don't understand it, it's getting so frantic. We are the problem, it's tragic. We always at war and we bringing the damage. It's really time to acknowledge that we got a problem. Let's do something about it. Hey, before we all get too violent and dropping the bomb and the bomb is atomic.
Do remember to pay the resources before you put the card face down.
I
What are you doing?
Oh,
You already have resources on the
That's-
field. Please.
that's my fault. That is,
Focus on
that's
it.
my fault. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry.
Just take all.
Sorry.
I mean, this is tournament. You can take time. Just take the principle.
It's all good.
But
I'm gonna
as a basic
exchange
principle, okay.
One.
Let's swap a resource.
That.
Okay, and just put the cards up. Yep. Just like you normally would.
Ah.
Okay, why did that flip? That's interesting.
Yeah, that's because they were stacked up.
Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Just,
Yeah, that's
put-
okay though. Big deal. Alright, and let me. These should be the three that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I'm sure he saw it anyway, so doesn't make any difference.
Alright. It's a bit messy pile, but
Yeah, I'll fix it.
yeah, you just have to move monk.
I just didn't want to get him stack and
Yeah.
the card over it. This
Yeah,
is,
because if it forms a pile, it counts as a deck basically, and then all the cards react to same things at once. That's why the card probably flipped face up, because all the cards in the deck are face up. First time I saw it though, but yeah, that would make sense. That's fine, because just in case it doesn't, flip again, since they are.
sorry about that. I just, I've done that several times, and it does irritate me when I do that. But what else?
Tabletopia is not the easiest to use anyway.
Yeah,
And as always,
yeah, but I thought I had it where I wouldn't do that, but obviously, if I get closer, I usually won't. I'll notice that it's stacking up, but.
And as always
Right.
in this situation, I would remind that this is not the official Warsaken client. This is a third-party client that is generalized for tabletop games. That's the unofficial tournament.
One is that, and, swap the resource. That.
Okay, that works. So an equipment is generic for interrogation facility. But that card comes into play face down. It has a timer.
What did?
It does. Just call DrMist. You don't usually make these mistakes, so just flip the cards and put the
Okay.
token on it. And you don't have to put the resource under it since we saw it. Just
Okay.
focus on what you do and read the cards well. There is no rush.
I will do a better job of that. All right, I'm going to pass so I can just relax a little bit here.
Alright.
Draw one. Reduce these timers. And produce. Okay. 3 here. Come on, dice. Pick up. Pay 2 here. Swap this out for a generic. and swap this also for a generic. And pass the turn.
Do remember to do all the token timer reductions on the reduction phase before you produce
my
these.
card.
I will be reminding about this more than twice. And that timer actually gets reduced by 1, it doesn't get removed.
I am gonna have really. Does here. Until.
That does give 1 until.
It's kind of messy. Just put that down here.
Which resource you pick for Delphine Bay? Can you hear me?
That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at my card, just trying to decide which one to use for sure.
All right.
I think we'll just go with field.
Gonna have a look around with or without your permission. With or without your permission.
that. Right here.
So 1 power for generic. Alright.
And we're just going to use it. Power. Here. That.
Okay, satellite recon. So just select your hand, flip it face down in your hand, and put your hand on the field behind your territory, so we see you got no cards. Just make sure that you flip them before you put them on the field.
Yeah.
Okay, no cards. Go ahead. Draw 4. And since you get to draw the 1 card, you can keep it on your hand anyway.
Okay.
Since this card allows you to draw the top card, you might as well leave it on your hand, because it's always the card you put on top.
Ew. This card. And I'm just gonna move this around a little bit. That did kind of mess me up a bit. Okay. And that's it.
Alright, Cubos, your turn.
Reduce timers, set this back to 2. Down to 3. Excuse me. I'm going to use push right now. Somewhere to put these cards.
Okay. I see them. You got no cards, so fine. 24 draws, alright.
So I have to show it, so it'll be a GR75.
Alright.
No timer, so it just comes out, and then I'll remove these. This is going to deploy 3 soldier forces in my arsenal. I have to show them and then put them in my hand and shuffle.
Yep, you can find any soldier forces in your deck, no matter how deep they are. So, just do the search again.
First, an Igor Bach for sure, and a second one. Make it 3 Igor Bachs, actually. here. Here. And this gives me +2 intel per turn, but I have to put a 4 timer on it. So it will be spent eventually. Okay, and then produce. And I guess
Seems a man of many skills. A rare combination.
switch on the power resource for a generic and play out the block right away. It will give me a power.
Impossible.
And I'll do it one more time for another Igor.
So, here we go.
Another power. And I'm going to spend these 2 powers to play a calculated stagnation and add 1 to the timer on this card that has a 1 timer. And then I'm gonna switch 1 power for a generic and play out another GR75. And then I'm gonna go to battle phase. I'd like to designate yeah, one of these mechs to the interrogation facility, and that would be 120.
So, here we go.
I'm gonna designate both of these, but it's gonna be
Impossible.
it's gonna be on the Boxton coal plants for 120 total.
Okay, so Broxton takes 120 damage, and the G6 L7 Fine Drone will destroy the interrogation facility for 1 more. So that card gets eliminated, and Lockwood loses 1 more.
And that is all I can do, so it's past the turn. And actually, I can move these back all just a little bit so that you have some more room. Because I realize I'm kind of starting to flood the field here.
That's always a nice thing to do, thank you.
Okay. And so I drew 1 card. We're going to set that off.
So you're using loyalty?
Oh, I'll use loyalty, so I'll just reset that to 2 right now. 1. And draw my 2 cards. And then we'll go pretty.
This will be the last time I remind you about timers. If you
Oh.
pocket your timers after this turn, I will not remind you about them. You will lose them. Just heads up.
Okay. I don't know if I'd have pulled one off before I actually did that or not, but I very well might have.
What do you mean by pulled off?
Oh, I pulled one off of the pile over there before I actually looked back to see if I had anything left to do or not.
No, I don't think you did. You have
Yeah,
the same
well, I
reasons
mean, I
you do.
don't know if I would have or not, and I probably would not have. So.
Okay, so that was the Delphine base resource and you're using it, alright?
Or you just want to take all 4 of these. Or 4 generics. And we're going to use these other 4. That's 3. That's 1. 4 more.
Okay, yeah. Just remember to remove the resources you have here next to the deck because you used those to replace, but didn't remember to mention that. Okay. So that's 8 generic resources.
Put that right there. Oops. That's all I can do.
Could you actually put the card? Oh wait.
Better
Yeah,
on the
yeah, you got
stack.
the snap issues. You're aware of that one. Okay.
Yeah, let me see if I can't. I tell you what I can do though. I think is I can offset this one,
Okay, and you can put it on top there. Yeah.
and then set this kind of over here like so, and then I won't do that.
Yeah, that works. Thank you.
No, my files are looking messy. I don't know how I don't know how I do that, but
It's fine as long as we can make do with there are no accidents about taking resources from the piles.
I know what you're paying. It's all good. Sorry, was that all you could do, you said? Okay. Draw 1.
Just reminding again, I won't be reminding about timers and resources again. The Cubos still has few reminders. So.
okay, that's fine.
reduce this.
Unless, of course, if they're negative, then I will always mention those.
Reduce those timers. This gets spent by 1 down to 3. I gain 2 intel off of that. Easy flipped back around. I think we just produce then, so.
I'm probably gonna regret being this strict on all these games when it's my match. Coming next. Riku is not gonna give me any mercy if I make mistakes. I'm like the only player who is not allowed to make any mistakes.
This is a tough one. Shoot.
No, I shouldn't be making them. I mean, but I practice by myself a lot, so, I usually, if I forget, I try to instill that in myself. If I forget, I turn them.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That's why I give some leeway to people. This is, as you said, the things. It's kind of like expert tournament-ish kind of set scenario, as it's invitational. That's why I'm actually using the rules that you can, if you don't do stuff, you lose it. If this would be a friendly game, I would remind you about every single action. But this is a tournament, so. Also, it's just a reminder, that's just me making the rules up, and I do not think there is actually official Warsaken tournament rules related to things.
These all over this way a little bit. So I'm gonna pay this and swap the for a generic to play out another Warlock. And then I will pay 1, 2, 3, and swap all 4 of these for generics. And then battle things.
Run away and never come back. It's all fun and games until I burst in flames and then I attack. I am my worst enemy. Lately I don't know what's gotten into me. I'm mad, but I am not looking for sympathy. I have no empathy. Deep down I'm hurting and shed. Fighting these monsters inside of me. Once they take over, ain't no stopping me. I can't accept your apologies. Just I can't forgive myself. Don't bother me. Look for the boogeyman under my bed, but this whole time he's inside of my head. Everyone's going insane. My, how times have changed. The world has come to an end.
I'm gonna designate the 2 mechs for a total of 80 onto Delphine Bay. And I'm gonna designate the Omega mech and the APC for a total of 100 onto Vernance, please. And that is my turn. Smells like nuke blast out here. Yeah. 2 of those bad boys, eh? Yeah.
That's we will. I'm going to swap. We'll just say fuel for that.
Okay, so the farm-based fuel is swapped to generic fuel.
Yeah.
Okay. Completely allowed as long as we know you do it.
Swap this one and this one for generic.
I got it. Echo, Lima, Zulu. Sheesh. Narcissistic bureaucrat.
All right, we're gonna go. One.
Wanna have a look around with or without your permission?
60 there. So we're gonna pack these two both for 160.
So 160 for bonds and 160 for Dawson, correct? Alright.
call that a turn.
Please. Draw a card.
With or without your permission.
Okay. This timer comes off. Actually, sorry, I'll reduce this one first to 2. Get 2 intel. This goes back to 2, and I will push, and my 5 cost goes to 1. I'm just going to push right away here.
So looking for a drone here. That stops pushability.
Might be the last card that I picked up yet, actually.
Well, most Warsaken matches usually end before turn 6. There are some exceptions on pretty specific cases.
It's going to be a GR Hornet. I have to show it. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. Hang on. I got to do 1 here first. It does have a timer, so it'll go face down instead.
Correct.
I will make some room in just a second here for it. This happened. Okay, so this is the last timer to take off. And this is my WMD. So all of your territories take 100 damage.
Relentless raid.
Which is a real beaut. And that makes room for this anyways. With a 1 costing. And I'm just gonna think about this for a sec. That's all the timer, so everything's gonna produce anyways, so I'll get to that. But again, I'm just gonna make more room here for things. So shit. swap a over here. Generic. And pay those to have another 75 on the field. I am gonna pay 1. Switch this for a generic. And also switch this for a generic. And play optimize outcome. So I'm going to search my deck for a card and put it into my hand. And I do not need to show it. So just
All right.
this.
Just remember to put your cards in the field. Thank you.
It's going to go to my hand.
You are, it seems, a man of many skills. A rare combination.
I will pay 2 power resources and play Calculated Stagnation to up the timer on your 2 cost again by 1.
This one here.
I think the one that costs 8 resources total.
It should be that
Got
one.
it. Yeah, it's this one.
And then to finish, I will swap the equipment resource for a generic. Pay these 2. And play another card face down with a 1 timer. And go to battle phase here.
You are, it seems, a man of many skills. A rare combination. Will all who wish to die please raise their hands? Impossible.
Nothing you have can stop stealth. So first thing, I'll start designating. Just give me a sec because I'm going to do a couple of different designations here probably. So this guy for 40, I'm going to designate on Boxton coal plants. And this would be I guess that actually it doesn't really matter. The rest I designate to Drayton oil fields. So it would be 40 total to Boxton, and then if you want to block, it would be one of these guys. It would be 80, and then minus something if you block. 80 plus, sorry. 80 plus 20, so
100.
180.
Mhm. So that's the designations done. Done. Do you defend? You do have some defenders.
Okay. I am not going to block, so let's see. 40 to Dell.
That was 40 damage to the Broxton gold plants, and
Oh, okay,
and 180 to the Dryden oil pills.
right. 80. Right.
And that will end my turn.
And 40 to Broxton, 490. And it's Dr. Mist's turn.
I will reset this to 2, and then I'll...
Loyalty draw 3 cards.
This one, 2, 1. I'll set this one. 1. Was there?
This is not a timer thing though, this happens automatically and there's no way you lose it, so you should just remember to swap your bombers to release states.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Happens before draw, everyone. About 70% of people forget that.
I know they're coming in again anyway.
They're turning right around.
Yeah, I don't think they're turning around on these Bonds research centers. You know what I'm saying?
we'll go with the same two.
So I lose pawns, and Darson City takes 160. Pawns is 8 now. Down to 12, and this takes 160.
All right. And after battle, there is no turn, so that's
Yep,
Cubos'
that's
turn.
my deal.
And just for clarity's sake, as I mentioned earlier, I will no longer remind you about things.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
Yeah,
thought-
that's fine.
you-
I went out of turn.
yeah, just
Yeah, I did something out of turn.
no, I meant you forgot to add resources to Delphine Bay. But
Yep.
that's gone. All right.
Yep, I had forgotten it.
Anyways, let's continue.
Oh shoot! Like you went to battle phase. I see.
Yeah. Before I pulled it.
Yeah, I just mentioned it so people know it happens.
Okay, well I wouldn't really feel right by just taking the turn, so I'd actually like you to play out whatever you would play out. Do your resources and such, because if this were true game engine, the step would not have been skipped. So I wouldn't feel right taking the turn.
All right, so Cubos is allowing you to take the resource and play cards if you want, but I'd say you still lose the attacks if you would get any more of those. It's up to you what you want to do, Mist.
No, I'll leave it.
All right.
I skipped it.
Well, you have always taken responsibility for mistakes, which I appreciate greatly. Thank you.
I don't feel like it's
That's
right
fine.
to take the turn without at least offering it, because it happens,
good.
especially when you're doing manual stuff like this. So
I would have done the same.
Let's just say I think I know what's happening here, but I will explain that after the game.
okay, then we'll flip around, draw a card, reduce push by 1. I'm not gonna pop the railgun quite yet because I have up to battle phase to decide.
Before battle phase.
Yeah, sorry, before battle phase. Yeah, these timers are both gonna come off. This goes by 1. Into Intel. This does put me far enough ahead that you won't be able to play Intel cards now.
Alright, unless you...
I noticed that on the last turn.
Unless Miss gets more intel, he's unable to play intel cards.
We go produce.
What have we done? We cannot run, people going berserk. Yeah, I have become death and the destroyer of worlds. Yeah, it has begun. Killing each other, guess we'll never learn. Yeah, I have become death and the
By the way, Misty, if it's what's happening is what I think is happening. My respect to what you just increased, and we can conclude that later. We'll see.
so frequently, seems that we can't seek peace so easily. Warfare is the beast that we unleash unreasonably until we deplete the streets of the people you keep beneath. We all stuck in the cage that the monsters reach the feast. Take it so easily. We all scared for our lives, can't hide from the demon's teeth. What have we done? We cannot run, people going berserk. Yeah, I have become
Pay 1, switch this for generic, and this also for generic.
Run away and never come back. It's all fun and games until I burst in flames and then I attack. I am my worst enemy. Lately I don't know what's gotten into me. I'm mad, but I am not looking for sympathy.
And here this, and switch this to generic.
I can't forgive myself, don't bother me. Look for the boogeyman under my bed, but this whole time he's inside of my head. Everyone's going insane. My, how times have changed. The world has come to an end.
I think. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the only play I have anyway. I drop the railgun for 200 on all your territories, and I can't attack.
Alright, and as highest health on your territories, mist is 200, that means all your territories get eliminated and you are compromised. You also lose all the attached resources.
And then I have to pass the turn anyway.
Just remember to flip the territories face up. Face down, sorry. And your moral goes to 0. That has some functionality for games, so please do that.
Yeah.
Though you are still compromised even if you had some moral.
Wow. Yeah, because that leaves me not many options. And the nuclear goes off.
Sorry, I had my mic on mute because my dogs were barking, but I was trying to say, yeah, oh shit, here comes all the news.
Yeah, the Lockwood special, some nuclear love.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see which one. Yeah, because this isn't. I'm not gonna be a lot I can do here. So we'll eliminate. What do I want to eliminate here for sure? We'll eliminate that guy.
Okay, so Wolf Power District gets eliminated, and that was it 6 more?
And then
and the other two take 50 damage.
Yep, 50 to the other two. Okay, now I am going to produce my resources.
Sorry, you still have a one-timer on the table. Again, my mic was muted.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. I'm going to flip it.
Yeah,
no, I'd say flip it. Like yeah. I was trying to tell you before you actually took the territories, but my mic was muted.
You can flip it since your opponent allows it, it's fine.
Dude, don't worry about it, really. Like, it's totally fine.
It's GeForce tank card. I believe.
Yeah,
Goliath.
yeah. I mean, that's exactly what it is. You guys knew what it was anyway, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't. You know, it's not going to make any difference anyway because I am not going to be able to do anything after this anyway. So,
And the pickup mechanics, Kaya.
very.
So you get to pick a specific enemy force that you could block that you can destroy. In the game, this would be automated mechanic as well.
It would be which, sorry, Murdoch?
It would be automated trigger mechanic on the game client. Because you cannot basically not do pick off if you can target something. It's not the delayable ability.
Right.
Count the heck.
Drop the mech. Okay.
Okay, so Omega turns that your mech gets eliminated.
With or without your permission.
So what will you do?
We are going. This is not even going to matter here. There is nothing I want to be able to do. It's going to.
I actually forgot the Lockwood deck had G-Force Goliath in it. I was thinking that for some reason in my head I was like, oh, that's a nuclear blast. Oh.
No.
Would have been pretty cheap nuclear blast for 8 generics, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
definitely.
put those two together in my head until it was flipped.
Well, that's what I'm going to do because, you know, I mean, I can attack and I can possibly end up destroying some stuff, but you're going to get your turn and be dead. So,
Yeah, I can block 50 of your 210 anyway. I think you do. Oh, do you wipe?
I can knock out your territories,
You can
compromise your
okay.
leader.
And then in the next turn I flip
Yeah.
and swing. And it's you could block. I would lose the APC
Hold
here.
on, let me see. Yeah, let's see. Hold on. Say that. But yeah, because I'm not calling attack yet. Here, let me see.
Yep.
Okay,
Here.
good. Take your time.
Yeah, I mean, I could talk it out with you if you want to.
It's okay. I mean,
I don't know what you
Yeah.
have in hand actually, so that could be the difference maker. So
well, there are a few things here that they won't make it to turn though. I mean, I think, and I can try, I guess. Okay. I'll do here. Grab the right resources. I wish those cards didn't do that. But
Yeah, well, it just thinks it's a deck, basically. And the
yeah,
deck is always the
it
same
just it just doesn't like me whatsoever. All right. Oh, we'll go with that. We'll go with the attack phase. So, we're gonna go here. That's. We are going to send both.
Okay, so that would be 370. The blitz damage would get through 370. So I could throw the APC, I think, in front of the Goliath and stop 50 of that for 320 total.
Let's see, 370 minus 50, yeah. That is 320.
So this
Okay.
would be minus 5. And then this is minus 320.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I had that added up in my head a while ago that I wasn't going to be able to do that. It's okay.
I think you would have had what? Yeah, 320 either way, unfortunately, I think, because I would have. Yeah, 320 total with the bombers this way, and then the APC would have. I just wouldn't have thrown the APC in the way, basically.
Anyways, the APC gets eliminated.
Yeah.
Gets run over by Goliath.
Get squashed. Shoot. You know it, Brandon.
Yeah. I'm not watching any of the chat or anything.
I only just started looking at it. Okay, so sorry, that's all you can do, right?
Yeah, that's it. That was all I could do.
Okay.
I was saying,
I don't have anything flipped, so we draw 1. I'm just gonna play it out because it's good practice. This goes up to 2, and this comes down to 4.
Mm-hmm.
I will just hold off on the push for a moment and get rid of all of this stuff. So I gain 2 intel, but I actually
You don't gain the intel because
the
you
timer
do
goes off
you
first.
do. Intel is in the order before the spend effect, so you do get the intel, then it gets eliminated. Yeah, sorry,
Gotcha.
that's my bad.
that's okay. I
But
just want to make sure.
that
for
also
future stuff.
means you are compromised, by the way.
Yes, I lose the 3 morale because of that, which gets me to 0. This comes off here. This flips into the tank. I guess I would, in this case, still push just cause. Just gonna throw this here because this might be the one, but I'm not quite sure yet. Yeah, I suppose that would be it anyways. So it would just be another Hornet.
That's what the Regus Cubos.
Yeah.
Brandon already started talking smack at you on the chat.
Oops, that's not. I'm not looking. I'm not looking until we're done.
you better
Yeah.
not look.
it's okay. Yeah,
This
it's
is-
it's already over anyway.
By the way, Mist, I have to say, once you got around your first nervousness, you really played this game clean and well. So I was glad to be able to see you on that form.
This slurry would also go yeet.
I think we had a little nerves, and then all these cards.
I got 2 questions for you after this match, but I'm not gonna ask them yet.
So as the military headquarters flips, everything gets +10 attack, including Igor Bach. Is it actually Igor Bach? I don't think so. Oh yeah, to
Yep,
each force.
each force.
So
It affects
Okay.
everything.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're sending so much at Lockwood right now. You've killed him 3 times.
yeah, Lockwood should be finished.
He is toast.
Lockwood is making a career change from Counselor to Smasher at this rate. It's completely smashed.
See, he is definitely beatable.
Yeah, this
Man,
is the
I
second
sure-
strat.
I had a hard time trying to figure that one out because I was thinking about this one and I actually thought, man, I wouldn't mind if I had Zoff here.
Alright.
As soon as you said I'm gonna take leader, and I was like, oh god, which one? And I was like, please take Lockwood, because I've been playing Zoff into Lockwood
trying
so
to get
much.
Yeah. I kind of had been too, and I think that's one of the things for sure. Is I've been trying that, I've been trying to do the same thing. Thought the same thing you were thinking.
Yeah, my problem is that when I was mulliganing, my whole initial strategy was I need at least 1 black blade in my hand opener, and it doesn't matter what else I get at that point, as long as I have 1, and honestly 2 is so much better. But that would have been like all the damage I needed without having to like scrounge with Igor Bach
All
for
this stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, the second hand was actually not bad. I had the second mulligan. I had Relentless Raid. I had the APC, and I had 2 of the stealth mechs. And I was like, oh, I should just take this, but I'm gonna risk it because I know you get loyalty for extra card draws, so it doesn't matter if you get 1 extra off the start. And then I didn't get the black blades, and I was like, oh no. But I had the APC, so it was like, okay, I need to generate power in case you play the storms or you play a nuke. That was the main thing. And then this was just that was the GR, and all I had in hand at this point was this.
Oh.
Yeah. See,
Like that was it. I couldn't do anything after this turn.
So I've got 3 nuclear blasts.
Oh my god.
Visit from our leader. I've got 2 of those. Nexic Scorpion, which really doesn't do me.
Do you have a Panther tank though?
No.
You don't have a
the only thing I could have played in that one in the one round was the wolf, and I thought I'm not going to get to another one. It's not going to make any difference. And I could see that play out already, like hand and a half ago.
Here's the one thing: if you had a Panther tank, you could have won. But you didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, didn't.
I seriously thought about playing the Apex mech on turn 2 when I generated off the Igor box, or sorry, turn 3 after I generated off the Igor box, because I thought, okay, by the time I pull my railgun, I've got this Apex mech on the deck, and then the next turn it can swing. But it was like, oh man, like if I throw that down, I can't throw down the extra stealth. I can't throw down the extra Igor Bach. I can't throw down the building to flip on the turn that I can attack. Like it was a toss up because I didn't know what you had.
Yeah.
And
well, you trying to run me out of intel was great, but I have no intel. I had no intel to play. I couldn't do anything.
Is cut corners an intel? I can't remember. Is it morale?
I believe it's intel cards.
Okay, that was my fear. I thought if I can speed out of cut corners, I might be okay.
In hindsight, because I had the nuclear blast on the draw, of course, a couple of these and and then I had visits from our leader, which I was like, you know what, my territories are going to get destroyed before I have to worry about that morale, I think.
Right.
depending
Oh,
on
yeah,
how
Brent-
you played. And then, so I thought, well, okay, I'll keep those just in case I need them for the morale. I don't think I'm going to.
That's fair.
It's
Brandon actually
hard
says
to-
the yeah, he's right. The cut corners is morale, so you would have had to
Oh.
lose morale anyways in order to
Yeah.
play it.
Yeah.
Which
And,
it still would
see,
have been really good.
Well, then I would have played
Oh,
that.
yeah. Sorry,
I needed it then.
I thought the calculated stagnation in my head for some reason when they talk about cut corners. So chat is correcting me hard here about the designation. Yeah, cut corners is a moral card. Sorry.
Yeah, so
Anyway,
I almost wouldn't have played this necessarily, I guess, because
That's okay, because
Okay.
I can now feel like I'm ready to come play everyone.
yeah, you are.
yeah, shake out the nerves for next time, man. It's
I think that's really more of it than anything. You know, I did get the couple of rounds in the Blitz, and playing Coleman that first time, even at Christmas, I was really nervous.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, but don't be. You're a seriously good player. And about that, by the way, I've got a question for both of you, right?
Yeah.
First is for Cubos. When you actually thought you were gonna lose until you saw you are able to search for the calculated stagnation. Am I correct?
Yes, and I
Okay.
think I misplayed it by not pulling up a different card.
Yeah, I noticed you had this moment and missed. When you decided it's not worth it to play that tank, you knew you are probably gonna lose unless you pull away the. Am I correct?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, because I was adding all this stuff up, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to destroy it
Yeah, people.
in the territories anyway.
Yeah, sorry about this. But people, this is why I love Warsaken. Both players knew exactly the moment when they are gonna win or lose unless they get a specific draw or are able to get a specific card. You can tell that because this game is absolutely brilliant. You can calculate a lot of things ahead. And that is why, by the way, Mist and Cubos, you both definitely deserve to be on this tournament. And just for the recording, I'm gonna say now that DrMist gets
About the
eliminated.
initial.
Yeah, DrMist gets eliminated, and Cubos continues to the next stage of the tournament. Thank you for playing, both of you. And now you can talk as much as you like, and not gonna record that bit though.